Friday evening, everyone. Usually on Fridays, I talk about what I'm looking at for the longer range. I thought I'd start off with what's going on so far the month of August. We're through the first week of August for the most part, and the average temperature almost 70 degrees, a little bit warmer than the past couple of starts to August. Now, this is just the 1st through the 7th. Overall, though, long term, it's a cooler start to August, even though most of the coolness was felt during the nighttime hours rather than the days. And I think a similar pattern is coming our way. Let's go ahead and take a look now. Here's the GFS, a 500 millibar flow, and I'll start off with, let me get over here. This is Saturday afternoon. You can see the trough in the eastern United States, and then we have a ridge in the central United States, another trough off the west coast. And, that's what's going to give us a seasonable weekend. I think overall this isn't too cool of a flow, but watch what happens as we move forward in time. That ridge never really migrates into the eastern United States. In fact, we have another little shortwave trough swinging through early next week. I think a front does cross and temperatures go down to the middle and latter part of next week. In fact, look at that. Wednesday into Thursday, nice trough in the east, a ridge in the west, and we kind of stay there through the end of next week. A little warming comes our way for the upcoming weekend. You can see a ridge trying to extend itself to the east, but I don't think it's going to be lasting quite yet. You see this shortwave kind of riding right along top that ridge, the ridge repoking itself into the western United States, and the trough trying to reestablish itself into the east. So what I'm showing you here is just no significant warmth in the near future. Now, here is the 2-meter temperature anomaly, and this weather pattern has been more cool during the nighttime hours than really cool during the day. The days haven't been too far from average, I guess is what I'm saying. Here's Saturday, and you can see a little warm during the day. Not bad. In fact, temperatures near to slightly below Saturday night. Sunday, during the day, again, we warm up. So it's a pattern that's dry. We have some sunshine. So warm during the day, cool at night. Now here comes that period when the trough swings through early next week. Look at this. Yeah, Wednesday into Thursday, a couple of days where temperatures probably not getting out of the 70s. Now this is the GFS temperature anomaly. It's showing a Wednesday morning temperatures a good 10 to 14 degrees below average. And Wednesday afternoon, still a good bit below average. I think with some sunshine, though, we're still in the middle to upper 70s for a high. And cool through the end, comfortable through the end of next week. And then we try to build some warmth into the upcoming weekend after that. But again, as I showed you, I don't think that warmth is going to last too long. All right. Precipitation, total precipitation, I thought I'd show you. And this is a 10-day total precipitation. Remember June? One of our wetter Junes. The beginning of July was one of our wetter starts to July. How about the GFS total precipitation? This takes us all the way through the 17th of August. Look at the lack of precipitation in the middle of the nation. Really not much here. Takes a couple of systems off the coastline and keeps off the Atlantic wet, but we're in a zone that we're just not going to have a lot. It's going to be a dry weather pattern. So if you're like myself, a bit of a gardener, you're probably going to have to take the hose out and water that garden a few times. Now, here's the climate forecast system. This is the CFS, and this is the forecast for the month of September. Still showing a little above average. So, and I kind of agree with it, but it's a very weak signature, and we're kind of on the threshold between some dry in the southeastern United States and wet. So, the pattern does look like it's going to be cool through August. At least the middle of August, and then we'll try to warm up some later in August and then into September. One of the things I always like talking about a little bit is the position of the sun. Now, that's the reason for the season, the sun itself. And here's the path of the sun over State College. And the sun reaches now a maximum altitude of 66 degrees above the horizon at the solar noon, which is around 1:17 now, our time. Now, that's 7 degrees lower. Here's the path for June 21st. 7 degrees lower. So the sun's getting lower in the sky. A lot of people focus in on the length of the daylight. Trust me, I like long days, and we're losing about 2 minutes a day. But the sun's getting lower in the sky, not quite as strong, but it's still to the point that we're still in a warm overall time of the year. We're not going to really get the strong effects from a lowering sun until later in September. What this means is just when the sun's lower in the sky and takes a little bit longer to get there in the month of August, we get a little more frequency of fog days, and we get, the mornings are a little cooler, the evenings a little cooler, just because the sun's not quite out as long. But we're losing about 2 minutes a day. All right, well, have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk to you here in the near future more about the long range. But tune in tonight at 11 at WTAJ News, and we'll talk about the potential of some rainfall, and will it be here over the upcoming weekend.